everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For those of you that have not visited my channel before, not watched any of my videos, my name is Rachel. The last video that I uploaded was when I was in early labor. I think I was about 38 weeks pregnant. And that was about 2-ish weeks ago, I think, that I uploaded it. It could have been a little longer, I'm not sure. But this video was going to be my labor and delivery video. You know, in the beginning and my whole pregnancy, I had this idea that when I went in to have him, I wanted to like record the whole experience and like vlog it and everything like that. Which in the beginning, when we arrived at the hospital, I did, but he's staring at me. What am I talking about? But as things progressed, and they kind of progressed really quickly, that was the last thing on my mind was to record something. So what I'm going to do for this video, it's still going to be like a labor and delivery video, but more of a story time. So I'm going to insert the clips that I do have, or the videos that I did record from us arriving at the hospital in the very first few hours through the night. And then the rest I'm just going to kind of do a story time and like talk through it. We set an induction date for myself at the doctor's office because I told them I really didn't want to go past 40 weeks. I was kind of just like over the whole like being pregnant, and I really did not want to go to like 41 or 42 weeks. We scheduled my induction date for my due date, which was, or we scheduled it for the next day, which is October 13th, and my due date was the 12th. But with me being GBS positive, they had me come in the evening before. So I went in Monday the 12th that evening at 5:30. And basically they were like, since it's your first pregnancy, it usually takes a little longer. So we'll have you come in the night before and kind of get you started on your antibiotics and, you know, just see how things progress. So I'll insert the clips now of the first few hours that I have, and then I'll kind of jump from there. So today is Labor Day, not actual Labor Day, but it's baby day. We just left my last doctor's appointment. So we had my 40-week appointment today, but they did monitor the baby's heart rate, heartbeat, and contractions as well. I'm still only 2 centimeters dilated as of right now, but so the plan is we go in this evening around 5:30. So they have me come in the evening before, and then they will start everything. From what I understood, she pretty much said they would just see if I could go into labor on my own, and if not, they do have like some other medications. Like she said they wouldn't start the Pitocin until probably in the morning or after they break my water, if it doesn't break on its own. But there are other like pills that you can take or that they can give you just to see if it can speed up the labor and, you know, get everything to start. I have no idea if I'm gonna be getting an epidural or not. I'm still kind of undecided about that. I think I'm just gonna go in with like an open mind, and so if it's really, really bad and I really want an epidural, I'm gonna get it. But if not, I don't know, I'm just gonna see how it goes. So right now we're at the barber shop. Denver's getting a haircut. After that, we're gonna go grab lunch, head back home, and it'll probably be, I'm gonna say 2 o'clock by the time we get back home. So then we'll just have a couple hours before we have to head to the hospital. We have to go to the store as well, grab a few things that I just need for the house when we get home, and probably grab some snacks to take with us. She said I'd be able to eat like a light snack dinner this evening, like while I'm at the hospital, and nothing crazy. So I'm just gonna grab some snack foods to take with us, probably some like granola bars, you know, Gatorade or juice or something like that. I will update you guys when we head into the hospital. I'm not taking a picture, I'm taking a video of you. At the hospital. Oh my god, I'm nervous. Bye baby belly. Are you ready to have a baby? Huh?
For sure.
I'm not. I keep getting more nervous. I keep getting more and more nervous if I'm gonna throw up. So we are here at the hospital. I just got checked in and up to the room and everything to start the induction process. I don't really know what or how it's kind of gonna play out because my induction scheduled for 7:15 tomorrow. We had to be here this evening around, today's Monday the 12th at 5:30. So it's 6:22 right now. We just got up here and settled in. I got my lovely gown on. Our room is really nice. It's huge. And everybody here is super nice. So they said we're gonna get everything started here shortly. They're just running like paperwork and stuff right now. Denver's in the bathroom. So have my bed. All of their like monitors and stuff over here. I think that's like a linen closet. Then you have like the recliner chair, the couch, but that turns into a bed for him, for Denver. Then you have the baby's stuff over here in the corner. So you have the baby monitor, the scale, all of that, his little bed with a lamp. And then over here you have like a little desk, the TV, bathroom, sink. So it's a really nice room. The nerves are starting to kick in. I got like really lightheaded when I first got up here and I was like, oh my God. Oh, it's really happening. Are you ready to have a baby?
Yeah. You're vlogging. I heard you.
Look. You're about to be a dad.
Yeah.
Probably less than 24 hours. Yeah, definitely less than 24 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
It's crazy to think about.
Yeah, it is. So I figured I'd do an update while Denver stepped out. It's 8:48 right now. I think they gave me my first dose of the antibiotics. And then I also they're doing these tablets. There's like 4 of them, but they put up in you. And it helps to soften your cervix quicker and help you dilate quicker. So that's what we did at 7:45. So it's about an hour, I think. I'm pretty sure, yeah. And then they come check at 9:45 is when I can eat again if I want to. And then at 11:45 they'll give me the second dose of it. So that's supposed to speed things up. And then if nothing else happens, they'll start me with the Pitocin in the morning, or early in the morning, late tonight. So we're just kind of hanging out here. You know, everything's hooked up, got the monitors. I'm just kind of chilling in the bed. No real like strong contractions yet or anything. So we're just gonna hang out for a little bit and see what happens. Throughout the night, I slept as much as I could. I started having stronger contractions, which would kind of wake me up in my sleep. And then every few hours, they'd have to come in and see how I was doing. So they gave me this tablet to start with. I did the first dose, and then every 4 hours you get another one, and you got 4 doses of it up until they would actually like induce you or break your water if it hadn't broken already. She did the first dose, and then when she came in to check me again at 11:45ish, she did not do a second dose because I had dilated more and my cervix was starting to soften. I think I dilated to a 3. They did start me on my antibiotics at that point. And then I kind of just slept throughout the night. They came in a few times to talk to me about an epidural. They're like, if you want one, you should go in and get one now, because once she comes in, my doctor was coming in at 7 a.m. And that's when my labor or my induction was scheduled for. She's like, once she breaks your water, it's going to go really quick from there. And, you know, I'm thinking like, oh, I can handle it. It's no big deal. Because I had it in my head that I didn't want to get an epidural. One, needles freak me out like to the max, And I've just heard like stories where it kind of freaked me out, and I was like, oh, I don't know about that. I think my doctor came in about 7:45, 8 o'clock, and she broke my water, which was the weirdest thing ever. It was such a weird feeling because it literally feels like you're peeing your pants for 5 minutes and can't stop. And then literally instantly after that, the next contraction I had was intensified like times 100. What are you doing? Got like real serious real quick. I went through probably about 2 or 3 of them, and I finally told the nurse, I was like, okay, I need the epidural because I can't do this. Like, they were so intense and like so quick. And she was like, okay, well, the anesthesiologist is probably gonna be about 45 minutes until he makes it up here. He has hiccups, so if you hear weird noises, it's just him hiccuping. The contractions got so bad, like I was crying. I was just in tears. Denver was there with me, and I know he felt so bad for me because I was crying and there's just like nothing he can do. They were just so intense. Like, I don't even know how to describe the feeling, but, and I think it's just knowing, because you can watch the contractions on like the monitor, and he would kind of tell me when one was coming, and they just felt like they lasted forever. They would maybe last for like 30, 45 seconds, but it felt like an hour because I like couldn't breathe. I was crying, it hurt. So they came in and gave me my epidural, and I was having contractions while they were doing the epidural. So it was like crazy intense, and I was crying. I didn't even feel the needle go in my back. I didn't feel anything because I think I was so focused on the contractions and the pain of that I didn't even, I wasn't aware of anything else. 20 minutes to kick in and start working, the first dose of it, and then you have like a little button you can click for like another dose I think you can do it every 20 minutes. After we did all that, she had me start using a peanut ball, which is literally just like, it's like 2 yoga balls, like put together, and it looks like an 8 almost. Have that between my legs, and I was laying on my side, and then like every 45-ish minutes, I want to say, it was like an hour, 45 minutes, she'd come in and flip me to the other side. And what that does is it helps with the positioning and everything. It helps you to dilate quicker and, promote labor, basically. So I went into labor about, I think she said 6 centimeters is when they considered active labor, even if your water had broken. So from about the 8:30 point, and then they checked me again, I think around 10, and I had gone to like about the 6 centimeter mark, so it went really quick. They were kind of just waiting, and I was just like laying in the bed waiting for, to dilate all the way, and I was trying to nap here and there, so I would probably nap for like 30-45 minutes at the most. She came back in around like 3. I'd have been around 2:30 and checked me again, and I was at like 8 centimeters. And then when she checked me again next, probably around 3:30, I was at 9.5-ish. So right at 4 p.m. is when I was at 10 centimeters, and she had me start pushing. So after I had the epidural, I didn't have any pain up until the point of me pushing. I pushed for 4 hours. Like, I was in labor, like active labor, for a total of 10 hours, and for 4 of those I was pushing. It's just the nurse in there, and she said they had every room full of people giving labor, or like in labor. Not giving labor. People in labor, so my doctor was like pulled between 4 or 5 different people, including myself. So the nurse that was there with me had me start doing like practice pushes. We did that probably for 45 minutes to an hour, and not a whole lot of progress. And then my left hip felt like it had been broken. Like, it was the most excruciating pain I have ever felt in my entire life. It would not go away when I was pushing. It was like my hip was it was almost like stabbing, but breaking. I don't even know how to describe it, but I could not breathe through it. I was crying. I asked her, I was like, is there anything else you guys can give me, because I cannot do this. Like, I said that about 5 times, that I can't do this because it was so bad. And I was like, there's no way I can push this baby out with my hip hurting like that. Had me try different positions as far as pushing, instead of just like laying on my back. Maybe it'll help the baby move and reposition him, because it was just where his head was at, that I was pushing on something and making it hurt that bad. It didn't work. I was throwing up. I was in so much pain. I was crying. It was awful. The nurse finally called the anesthesiologist back up there, and he gave me a stronger medication and refilled my epidural because it had run out and it was starting to wear off, which I think is what made it even worse, because I could feel the hip pain, but I could also feel the pain of the contractions. And I had the mindset, I was like, I cannot do this. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen, but they're gonna have to cut me open because I can't do this. It took about 20 minutes to kick in before I finally felt some relief. And my hip really didn't hurt through the rest of the labor process. He pushed and pushed, and my doctor came in and worked with me a little bit on pushing. And it got to about 7 o'clock, and that's when they switch out shifts for the nurses. So then at 7, the morning nurses leave and the night shift comes in. So the people that I'd been, with all day were leaving, and I was gonna have new people come in, which I was kind of like freaked out about because and my doctor was leaving at that point too, and a different one was coming in. So I was kind of freaked out because I was like, I really wanted those people to be the ones that delivered my baby and like were with me the whole time. The night people that came in were actually like 100 times better than the morning shift. The nurse that helped me majority of the time after 7 was extremely nice and extremely helpful, and I know if it was not for that team of nurses that was there, that baby would not have been out as quick as he was after that point. And the other doctor that came in, I actually knew her as well. She's from my doctor's office, and I'd seen her a handful of times. So it's totally fine with, the combination of people that were helping me. So from about 7 o'clock on, they still had me pushing. We made so much progress in that hour. Like, I'm pretty sure he did not move at all within the first 3 hours. But that very last hour, it went so quick. It was down to the point where you could see his hair and his head. All I could feel was like the pressure, and it felt like stretching and a whole bunch of pressure. And I was to the point, they were like, you can push one more time, like you have it in you. I was like, no. I was like, I'm gonna keep going. Like, I'm not stopping until he comes out because this is uncomfortable. I pushed 4 times in a row, and then the very last time they told me just to go one more time, and then at that point he literally just like slipped right out. His head came out, and then they had me push one more time, and his shoulders and everything else came out. He was born at 8:15 p.m. on Tuesday the 13th. He weighed 7 pounds and no ounces, 7 pounds even. And then he was 20 inches long. But it was such a crazy experience. Like, I still think about it. I'm like, I cannot believe I literally like had a baby and like pushed a baby out. They, put him on me, and they said that he was just, because he didn't cry at first. He was just like, he had his eyes open and he was just kind of like, there. But they said that he was just in shock from how quick he did come out when he got to that, the point. It wasn't like he sat in the birth canal a very long time. He just kind of like came out really quickly, so he was in shock. So they took him over to like the little baby area where they do like the weighing and the heat lamp and everything. And he just had a lot of fluid in him from him coming out so quickly, so they got all that out. And then Denver was over there with them the whole time. It felt like it took forever, but it's so quick. And I can't believe he's a week old already. But we got to hang out in our delivery room for about another 2 hours. And he latched immediately, and so he was feeding really good. They got me cleaned up and into a change of clothes and everything. They moved us downstairs, like a mom and baby suite that you stay in the rest of the time. So you have your own room, your own bathroom, and then they have like the couch in there and everything. So it's almost like a little hotel room that you stay in for your recovery time, whether it's a day or 2 days or however long. Mainly the rest of the time we were there, it was just me recovering, feeding, them doing the tests they had to do on him, which was like the hearing test, vision, monitoring his heart rate, oxygen levels, all that. I was not allowed to leave the room, but Denver could leave the room in the hospital, to go to the store and get us food if he needed to. So he left a few times just to grab us some food and snacks and stuff. I was in the room the whole time. I tried to sleep as much as possible in between having to feed him every 2 hours. It was such a great experience, and I'll put some pictures in here as well that we have of him being born and just while we were in the hospital. I can't believe, I was so worked up over that day over having to give birth and the recovery and everything. Like, I really thought I was going to be in bed for like 4 to 6 weeks, not being able to walk. But so far my recovery has been extremely well. I was up walking that night or the next day after I had him which I'm very thankful for because Denver went back to work this week. And I know if I was still, you know, in an extreme amount of pain, there's no way I could be here by myself. But we're doing good. Mr. Walker, put that in your mouth. This little boy, he is 9 days old today. Can't believe you're so old. He's growing good. He eats like crazy. He's so strong. And I'm very, very thankful that we have a healthy baby, happy baby. Everybody was safe during the delivery and healthy. I could not ask for anything more. Like, I swear he's gonna, oh, bless you. Bless you. He throws his head around, like his neck is so strong already. It's insane. Yeah, it's insane. Me and him just hang out during the day together, wait for daddy to get home. Keep the house clean. Ain't that right? Watch movies and TV, listen to music. I know the labor and delivery video isn't what most people expect or what I thought it was gonna be, because I thought I was gonna record all of it, but you know, we really just took the time. Like, that wasn't on top of my mind, and it was, I feel like, a much better experience just having that, like, just us there and, you know, just focused on that and the baby, and it was just a very, like, personal experience, is I guess a good way to put it. I'll insert some pictures of him as well, and his name is Walker Crew. We thought that was super cute. We wanted something that sounded strong, and, you know, he gets older, it will sound manly and not, you know, I didn't want something that was gonna be like a baby name forever. This is my labor and delivery story. Now I get to have a little boy with me all the time in all my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to give it a like and leave me a comment. I will see you guys, or we will see you guys in my next video. Say bye.